And we're back for our Let's Play of The Last Door Season 2. Last time we went to Wright Manor, and Mr. Wright is not doing too well. But apparently he left us secrets for his dearest visitor somewhat. So it's time for a scavenger hunt. Yay! Alright, so might as well poke around. Some butt travels. There's a large volume here, quite worn. It's an illustrated edition of the Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the book of travels Professor Wright mentioned. There's a marker on one of the pages. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At last we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our home soon. It was not to be. The king of the land we had traversed had declared war on the great Khan, so we were forced to return where we had come. We had never set foot on that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short, as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. Okay. Methinks that's the clue for this. Check the notes. Start in the desert, go west, that's setting sun. Reach the ocean. Go north. Then you go south, skip over it. Port just a few, yeah, that's what I just said. Follow the ocean. Easternmost cape. Yeah, okay. I think I got it. Boop. 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 Missed. Try again. There we go. It seems I've triggered a hidden mechanism. A small compartment is open in the globe. There's a sealed letter inside. It's simply addressed to my dearest visitor. Kaufman needs to see this before it's opened. The letter sealed with wax and addressed simply to my dearest visitor. Oh boy. This'll be fun. Hey, get on. Better to give this to Kaufman. Yeah, okay. Kaufman, look, I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor, let us see what's inside. Exactly. This is another part of an intricate riddle. But to what purpose? To conceal something, perhaps? Or just the last acts of a confused and drowning mind? I am increasingly of the opinion this is some sort of mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He might not have even understood what he hid. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion and reveal what the cold eye of logic that sees not. A riddle. And who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, mon friend. There's only one way to answer that question. If we can find the answer to the professor's riddle, perhaps we will be able to solve this mystery. Reflect on yourself. Heat, cold. Wait a tick. I think I've seen this in a couple of places before. Well, this trope, I mean. Let me just, yeah. Cast iron wood stove. Hello, miss. Again. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Indeed, yes, he has long been an enthusiast of every kind of mind game you can imagine. In better days, he would host parties every other month, themed soirees, he'd called them. Oh, those were good times. Seems so long ago now. I'll leave you to your work. Thank you for your assistance. Have a good day, Dr. Wakefield. What I miss here? Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. There's a matchbox here, too. I may need these matches later on. A cast iron wood stove. Gilded pipe runs from the ground to the corridor. Then it goes up towards here. Gilded pipe runs from the floor. Wait, it keeps going up. Reflect on yourself, said the riddle. Cold eye logic sees not. Could there be something here hidden somehow? Think we need to find some water. Various ingredients. Ah! An old teapot. Filled with cold water. Let's address that. That was fast. The water will cool soon. Let's check it. Teapot's filled with water. Alright, speed up, speed up. Faster, damn it. Rasimafu. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion, to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot's steam has revealed a secret message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master. Meet his imposing gaze and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn to question, if not the final answer. Look in the eyes of the master. Well, Mr. Wright's the master of the house. This house we're in, so, his portrait? Look upon your master. Not only is his posing gaze, but seek to understand what lies beneath. As I suspected, there's a small key taped to the back of the picture frame. And a note. I'll add this clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. So, somewhere up tall, which, defeated golden key. Well, it mentioned the tall tower, and it gave us a key. Presumably, this is the attic key. Jackpot! Haha! A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. Some kind of round mechanism. Might as well poke it and see what happens. Bird? Or bird setting? I don't know. Whatever. Wait a tick. The statue portrays a queen of her face hidden by a mask. Go back, go back! That wasn't like that before. Maybe now it is. Ha ha ha! So that's what these orbs do. Good to know. The answer yearns up to it from the very root of life and time itself. I should check if something's in near that tree. Well, we're on things, and, ooh. An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell there's a piece of equipment missing. Whatever. Off we go downstairs. No, that's the wrong way. Suppose I could have looped around by the front door. Eh. To clear of ice. The mystery tree. Looks as though something's been concealed beneath thick roots. Another note and a key bound together. Disclude the letter. It's the truth that our ancestors knew and with stone silence came to unknow. Key's been engraved with the shape of a feather. Well, clearly this is for, old bronze key, Well, clearly this key goes to, the room with the bird squawking. So let's poke around that. Right past the library. Very cozy. Boop. Stone silence. I don't know. Bit noisy in it. Through the glass I can see rolling hills covered in snow. Wait. Ancestors? Stone? A truth that our ancestors knew and through stone silence came to unknow. There's a small compartment hidden in the base of the bust. Inside this, a note. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? Oh boy. Inside this cage is a bird with a black head and orange breast. The sign reads Pyrula Pyrula. Inside the cage is a crow with black and gray feathers. The sign reads Corvix Cornix. Oh, there. Small bird, black and white wings, feathered crest. Upoopa Epops. Well, that's weird. Cool name, I guess. Black with a yellow beak. Turdus Marula. Gray breast, brown wings. Passer domesticus. Red feathers on its head and breast. Aristarchus rubicula. Rubicula, I mean. Curious bird with long legs. Sign reads Porphyrio aleni. Bird with a pale brown breast inside this cage. Side reads Lucinia megarynchus. And then we got this. An embroidered cloth covers this cage. On it's written, if the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. Yoink. Hello, friend. The bird inside this cage has yellowish brown feathers. The sign on the cage reads Carduelis flavirostris. Yeah, okay, whatever, you do you. I need to get outside so I can think in silence. Jiminy Christmas. Carefully embroidered cloth, getting a phrase written on it, yada yada yada. Jaws of primal horror. First off, I don't like that. Second off, some sort of animal. Some sort of lion. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Something hidden in the lion's mouth. A lever. I think it's triggered some mechanism inside the manor. There's also a note in here. Add this to the letter. Will you at last know truth? Last part of the riddle? Probably. This door is still locked, presumably. Yep. Upstairs, maybe? What? The secret passage is open at the end of the corridor. Hell yeah. We got the dates. Ooh boy, this is a study and a half. Looks like Professor Wright's archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. I'll go on then. Experiments, 1885. Let's see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there's a small key inside the folder. 1st of August, 1885. Results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. 20th September, 1885. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I've heard it again, but I know the thing must still be down there in the dark. 12th of November, 1885. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Something gone. That's bad. 15th of December, 1885. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There's but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is it supposed to be? It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments almost 7 years ago. It's noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what's written here? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. Sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, though we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement door. There could be a route through this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I'll keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder among this mess. Okay. Iron key. Goes to the basement. We'll be back next time. A thing I forgot to do was check the description of this little tin soldier. Which is weird, because it's the very first item we get in this chapter, so like, why am I not forgetting it? Soldier decorated in the colors of the British Army. It's highly detailed for such a tiny figure. Seems to commemorate a military campaign. If I want to heat the teapot on the stove, I'll need to start a fire first. Stove already has plenty of wood. Noted. Here in the bird room again. The bust of the Greek philosopher Anaxagoras. Don't know why I didn't check that after poking it. I don't know.